Yeah, we're back. Hello everyone, those that are actually starting to join. I hope you're all doing well today. Going to be doing a live video to talk about my ants, their setups, and hopefully going to be trying to fix my enclosure, which kind of broke. So going to give this a minute, wait for a few people to join, and then I'm going to be continuing with the video. Going to be limiting this to an hour, is what I say, but then I've said that in the past, and it's gone on for several hours. So yeah, hello to Grief, to N, to Chill. I hope your camera is not focusing. There we go. Hello to Saxon. I'm doing well. So yeah, how are you guys? I hope everything's going well with you. How's your collections, if you have collections? As you can see, I've actually got my lighting sorted, because I had a problem with the previous lighting that I had. Sorry, can you hear that? There's a squeak in my floorboard. So yeah, basically my lighting that I had previously kind of died, and I ordered myself a new set, which has came with this funky control. If you've seen me on Instagram, sorry, that squeak's going to really get on my nerves. But the lights do actually work now. I can change it, obviously, all the different colours, and it does sort of flashes and different things. I think it's the fade one that I have on a night, which I think looks quite cool. And of course, you can dim it so it's not quite as stressful for the animals. But for the point of the video, I'll just be going with white, because I think that it looks better in the background. So yeah, kind of got that done. So to see who's here. Hello to everyone. Hello to Saxon. Hello to Meg. Hello to Cherry Tango. Hello to Hipster. Hello to Philip Simpson. Philip, you can go watch dinner date if you want. I will forgive you, and you can like just check up at this later on. You're going to skip through all the boring bits of me talking nonsense, which of course will happen at some point. Hello to Zoe Smith. Hello to Mark Said. I'm doing well. I'm doing much better. Kind of got things are kind of getting sorted. Still got loads going on, but yeah, everything's going pretty good, to be fair. And hopefully this should be a somewhat entertaining video with actual purpose and genuine kind of updates, which hopefully you guys will enjoy. Okay, apparently the audio is low, so I will try and speak up a little bit so that you can hear me. I do apologise for that. The microphone area isn't blocked at all, so if this continues, please tell me and I will have a fumble with my phone. We'll try and get it sorted. Gary, can I send you a spider? Yeah, I mean, if you're interested in doing that, then I would be happy to liaise with you and get that sorted. It's very kind of you, thank you. Hello to TarantulaDan. Hello to Cheryl Butler, who's from Virginia, USA. Yes, Philip Taylor. My aim is to, you know, especially with the breeding, the Granosola porcripes, the Chaco Golden Knee, has been an absolute pain, and I've tried her with 2 males since my last live video. Both of them were really into her, shall we say, and she just wasn't at all. So maybe she's due to do an egg sac from one of the other previous pairings. Maybe she's just fussy. But I will try and have some, you know, some nice ambient music on. I have some candles here. My favourite scent is actually cinnamon, so I'll get some candles around the enclosure, get a bit of Barry White on or something, and hopefully that will encourage her to, you know, to not be so frigid, you know, and will be a bit more sort of receptive to my males. So so yeah, hopefully that works. Hello to everyone. Hello to Dark the Great. Hello to Angie McPeak, Tarantula Nest, Bugrealms, who's actually here. He's half here. I don't know which half of him is here, but he has commented. So thank you to Sam from Bugrealms. I hope you're doing well, and I like your leggings, by the way. I might get some of those for one of the, you know, the next shows, which no one will understand. That is a bit of an inside joke, but yeah. Hello to Jack, Philip. Philip's going to watch both. Awesome. Well, hopefully it'll be entertaining and worth you missing it. So, no, the lights, I don't have it on super bright, and I don't have it flashing all the time. Genuinely, I like it on kind of dim. and it just looks nicer, and the spiders are fine with it, which is pretty good. It hasn't caused any stress. I have read up about it, and nowhere says that having these kind of lights causes any problems for spiders. So we'll see. Obviously, if I start to get any problems, I shan't use them. But normally, these will only be used for live videos anyway. That squeak is going to really annoy me. I don't have these on all day. They're purely just, you know, for an hour or so every now and again, so they should be fine. What's good from Scotland? I hate Scotland. They do deep fried Mars bars and iron brew. So yeah, there you go. It's two things straight away. Hello to Chad from Utah. So yes, I do look happy. Thank you, boss. Hello, Dan. Finding culture in live stream, not related to anything you're doing now, but what do you feed your crab? Okay, so I have two crabs. I have Oreo, which is the Cameroon mud crab. Is it Cameroon? Yeah, Cameroon mud crab. That eats sort of hot dogs and general sort of bottom feeder, and is doing really well. We'll do a video on that. The other crab, which doesn't have a name, is just my rainbow crab. He eats anything. So usually if I have any uneaten sort of live food, if an animal dies, if I have a KFC on a live stream and I drop a bit of chicken on the floor, then he'll have that. The crab is not fussy at all. Hello to Tarantula Chani from Canada. Hello to Adam Robinson. Hello to the Black Widow. Hello to Philip. I thought he said hello to you, but you can have two. Do I play games? Yes, I do play video games. I have, what have I got here? I have two consoles here because I went to a show last weekend. So I have my 3DS, of course, Majora's Mask one. I'm going to literally give it a couple of minutes and I'm actually going to do the point of this video as well. So, you know, I'm not going to be talking about video games. But yeah, pretty much I play, if I just lift these up so you can kind of see them. Zelda and Pokemon are my 3DS games. And the 3DS that I have is the Majora's Mask one, because I love Zelda pretty much. And of course I also have my Nintendo Switch, which I also take with me to shows. I take this everywhere with me. I have Bomberman, Mario Kart, Just Dance, Mario Odyssey, and of course Zelda Breath of the Wild. I take this to every show that I go to. It's in my backpack. So if I'm like in my hotel room and I've got nothing to do, play on Zelda, you know. But I also do have a PS4 and an Xbox One, of which I play. I've been playing my Xbox One over the weekend because I've just got Diablo 3. If any of you are Diablo fans, then you should join me because I'm really good at that game, thanks to my brother, who's just kind of loaded me with loads of money and has given me a bit of a hand. So hello to Sidex, thank you for joining me. I'm going to literally scroll down and get on with the things. So Sean asked, mate, any link to where you got the lights? I don't have a link at the moment. I do have a link, but I can't do it right now. But I will update my my description for my equipment, so my cameras, and I will also put a link to the lighting. This lighting is really, really good. I say the last set that I had didn't work. You had to be plugged on manually with the plug. It was stuck on one colour. The controller didn't work at all, and it fell apart after a few months, which is not very good. If you haven't seen, if I just sort of run through it very quickly, but at the moment it's on white. Of course it does red, green, blue, that's white. Greens, different shades of greens, different shades of blues and purples. It does sort of different sort of flashes and things. It's like I say, it's awesome. Really, really good lights. Will only be used for the background of filming and live streams pretty much. So I think these lights were about, how much were they? Like 25, 30 quid. So they weren't massively expensive, but I think it looks really, really nice. Like you can't really see all of it, to be fair. If I just turn that, but you can see the whole of my collection is lit up. I like to get some to go along the top here as well, but I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to get around to doing that. So, but yeah, it looks really, really cool, and I'm really, really happy with it. So that's what's important, is, you know. But I will add the link in at a later date. Brandon wants to know where you can get the Malaysian jeweled centipede. Honestly, I do not know. If you speak to Venomous Visions, I don't know whether they would be able to ship it to the States, but that's where I got mine from. If they can't do it, then they may know someone who will be able to. So, Cherry Tiger wants to see the erratum. Yes, I can show you the erratum. God, she's amazing. Absolutely gorgeous, Rocky. I will show you that at the end. But what I'm actually going to do now is actually crack on with the point of this video. I wanted to talk about two things, or show you two things primarily, and then I will go into show and tell and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to quickly just scroll down. I just saw a question there from, where was that? I just went past it, I saw it. Someone asked me, oh God, okay. Firstly, Zoe said, can you dance? No, I can't dance at all. Do you have Pokemon Emerald? I don't have that Crystal and Pokemon Yellow on the Virtual Console as well. Can I send you an unidentified tarantula? Yes, you can. Yeah, Philip, it's a really good game. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not dancing. Josh 1234 says, "Hey, buddy." See my younger brother, who's probably not watching this, but he's actually just up on the next. Hey, Josh. There you go. Yeah, he's up there. So hello to Josh. Why am I live? I have some things to actually go over, which I'm going to be doing. So yeah. So basically, the point of this, as I said in the title of this video, is called Ants and Enclosure Fix. So the first thing I'll show you is the ants, and then I'll explain about the closure. What I'm going to be doing is basically, you will have seen this enclosure, which obviously, this happened, which obviously is not very good for keeping any kind of inverts in at all. So what I'm going to be doing, I figured I would explain about cleaning it, and I've actually got my hot glue gun. I'm going to be trying to sort of get it sort of fixed as well. Gave it a good clean, so it's cleaned. I'm going to be able to get it, to be fair, and hopefully I can get this fixed, just so if you have one of these and it does break the way that it did, then you can sort of try and fix it yourself. And then obviously I'll be doing a rehousing video, because I have a really nice old border spiral to go in this, and she can't go in at the moment because of that. It's not very good. So yeah, but before I do that, ants. So as you know, at the Eastern Invertebrate Show, which I need to get the video done for that. Lee is kind of going to kill me if I don't get that done. As some of you know, I've not been feeling very good recently. I've been, more so last week, I was just not feeling very good. And I didn't do any videos that week. I didn't do any filming or anything, just stressing out and stuff on my mind. But I'm kind of perked up. Things have kind of sorted, I guess. And one of the videos I have been working on, which I have got filmed, is a video on the ants, the two enclosures, the corners that I have. But when I filmed it, I wasn't happy with it. I wanted to add in the sort of how they were getting on, thinking, yeah, oh, the ants will come through the tube. Let me just show you so you can see what I mean. There you go. I can sort of show you. This is the one. I've got two of these. One I've got set up, one is bare, but they're all connected up. So you can see this is where the nest will be for the ants. Can I tip it? Yeah, I can. We should be fine. So this is where the ants will go for their nest down there. This is the actual enclosure, which, if I just take the lid off, has got some substrate in there. There's a bit of sand, some water, some jelly to provide them obviously with sugar, and yeah, they should be able to come out of. I can't really tilt it too far, but there's a hole in the middle here that they can come out of, and there's a hole about here, and so then they will. Let me just put that down, might be easier. The idea is that at the moment, you can see they're all clumped up here, and then they will travel through the test tube, through this pipe, up through here into this area, and then there's a tube, a hole here, and they'll go into there. So I got that filmed. I've done the kind of review, if you will, on the actual enclosure. It's fantastic. Shout out to Ants Kit Fantastic, really, really good little starter set. And yeah, I kind of want them to go through. I've done a video of unboxing this, getting it set up, explaining how everything works and showing all of the little pieces in more detail, and the workings of the mechanism on the underside, which is like a little catch, which you'll see in the video. And then I've been waiting for the ants to actually go into this part of the nest, if that's the word, but they haven't, and I've been waiting for you know, a few days. There's just no sign of them moving at all. In fact, even worse, if I don't know whether you can see it, but just here under my finger there's like a bit of a clump, and what they're doing is they're eating at the cotton wool and kind of dragging the cotton wool out into here. The problem is that on here there's loads of water, so if these ants keep tearing at the cotton wool, this water is going to come into the vial and they're all going to drown. So I'm kind of waiting on them to either develop some brain cells and go through the tube. I've even tried getting some of the juice from the beetle jelly, or the jelly that I'm using, in a pipette into this little area down here. And I did attract, I think I had some footage on my Instagram of a couple of the ants that came up and were eating this, and they were just going back rather than climbing up and coming out. I've checked, it's all open, but they're not exploring the enclosure, and they're going to end up sort of drowning themselves, which is quite irritating. So what I'm probably going to end up doing with these is holding out for maybe a few more days, maybe till Tuesday today, Thursday. And if these left here and they're still chewing at this cotton wool, what I'll end up doing is just taking this apart and then just sort of sprinkling the ants down by the hole and hope they'll find it that way. But these are being they're really kind of annoying me because they're not doing what they're meant to do, you know? So yeah, what's taking them so long, or why they're not interested in exploring at all. There's food in here which should be attracting them. You know what ants are like, you know, you have a picnic in the middle of nowhere and you will find an ant, you know, on your blanket, or, you know, in your sandwich or whatever, and yet these guys are just not interested. So so yeah, that's what basically the video that I wanted to be up today. The original video was meant to be the update on setting up the enclosure and the ant kit review, but it kind of ends where I'm like, okay, then we'll just wait, and they haven't done anything. So I thought I'd do a live video, chat with you and explain this. So there will be that video coming up soon, but if they don't then I don't know. But the thing is, if I just place them back over here, the second one, because I'm trying to experiment with them a little bit, and I have the 2 colonies, but this one I've kept it literally, you can see, empty, apart from the beetle jelly and the water dish, and still they're all huddled down in this corner here. So yeah, I mean, as someone said, maybe they're just happy there. But I'm getting a little bit concerned because I looked in the other morning and the female, the queen ant, was kind of looking like she was about to keel over and die, which is not what I want. Now, if that happens, I will simply contact Ant Kit and say, look, I need some more workers, can you send me some in the post or something like that? And I'm sure they'll do that. And I know Ant Kit are going to be at the Southern Show, which, if I just get this little flyer, if you are interested in the Southern Show, it's the Sunday the 18th of November at Southwick Leisure Centre in Brighton. If you go onto the Facebook page, you can find all that information and check them out. But yeah, so Ant Kit will be there, so I can always ask them as well. But again, both are at the same time, and neither of them are actually leaving this kind of nest. Now, if you keep ants, you might be thinking, well, that's fine, that's normal. But because I've never kept ants before, and this is a completely new experience for me, I'm kind of panicking. It's like, you know, when you get your first tarantula and it goes into molt, and everyone's going, oh, just leave it, it'll be fine. And you're there like, no, it's, you know, and you start panicking and you're trying to fix it, but you're probably making it worse. That's sort of how I feel. I feel like I'm completely, almost clueless. So yeah, that's basically the quick update on the ants and the ant situation. They're just, yeah, they're not doing what I want them to do. So I'll put these back and I shall leave those for, I'll probably leave them just for a couple of days, and hopefully they will kind of sort, you know, explore and things will be fine. If not, I will actually tonight, I will message, I can't remember what the lady's name was, but I spoke to the lady that I actually purchased them from Antkit. Lovely lady, really, really friendly. I might just message her on Facebook, because I have her on there, and say, these ants aren't working, what do I do? I mean, the eggs have already hatched. She's been laying, both of them have been laying more eggs, so there's more workers there, but they're not exploring. Excuse me. So that's a bit of a pain. So so yeah, I'm going to that's basically the thing on the ants. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. I've missed so much of the chat, sorry. I'm going to just quickly scroll down. Very quickly, I saw a question that's highlighted by Bizarre Curiosities. I got the enclosure from Antkit. If you go on to antkit.co.uk, you can get everything on there. When they came with complete setups, with like the tweezers and all the pipes, the test tubes, basically everything you need to start an ant kit. And they have some really nice ones, some really big sort of enclosures. But they said if you're going to do ants, start off small, wait for the colonies to grow and build up, and then transfer your ants and go bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's what my plan is that's why I've got two. I can do the two, compare them, see how the established and the unestablished solo queen originally, see how they both get on with their environments, and hopefully the two colonies I should hopefully be successful. If I have any problems, I can contact Tarantula Kit and hopefully get some more ants off them and just try again. You know, they're not expensive to buy, the ants. I think for, I mean, if I said it's going to cost me, say, 10 or 20 quid for another queen and some workers with postage, I'd be happy to pay that, to be fair. It's not a problem. So, but yeah, to Bizarre Curiosities and Kit. If you go on to the video I did of the Eastern Invert Show pickups video, which I did probably a couple of weeks ago, there's a link to Antkit in the description of that video. So I'm going to quickly scroll down, because I know I missed loads of the chat and I apologise to Bizarre Curiosities for that donation, by the way. It's very, very kind of you. I do appreciate that, and hopefully I've been able to be helpful to you. So what also, if anyone is in sort of the UK, sort of especially in the south, this weekend it's the AES, which is the amateur, is it the amateur entomologist show? It's AES, it's down London way. I will be going down on Friday night, and I'm going to be there trading with the spy shop again. So if you are going to that show, then please come and say hello to me. I will be there. So yeah, it's that's the situation with the ants anyway. I will give you an update. There will be the video of that coming up of the ants when they decide to do what I want them to do, basically. And yeah, continue now and go on to the actual enclosure, because that's the other part of this video. Once that's done, then I will do a general kind of what's the word? You know, show and tell. People, I've already had a request for the Brachypelma auratum, so I can do that. I've got, you know, centipedes are out, Celadonias, two of those are out. I think the smallest one is actually going to be molting. Of course, the one of my favourite tarantulas, which is the Punipelma peninsulo, that's out as well. This, by the way, this skeleton I have here of the sooty-headed bauble, I really, every day when I get up and I'm in the room, I'm checking my collection, I always look at this, and I really need to get more. So yeah, a huge thank you to Remain to be Seen for that, because I love it and I want to get loads. So yeah, enclosures. Right, let me, first things first, what I need to do is plug in my hot glue gun, because I didn't leave that on while I was doing the talking because it'd probably overheat and melt, which of course I don't want that. And well, you guys probably wouldn't mind seeing me run around with my room on fire, but I don't want that to happen. So yeah. Can we see your Brazilian jewel tarantula? Yeah, I can show you that. Which one's out? I think the two large ones are out. The smaller one is not. But yeah, I can show you those later on. Oh, see, very quickly, Philip Simpson. So yeah, I can't dance. However, when you're holding a controller and you just got to prance around your room, and you know what? Maybe I could do a video of me like dancing and upload it to YouTube, literally just for the crack of it, just for a laugh. If you'd like to see me do that, I would do that just for the fun of it. To be fair, I'm not very good, but it might be amusing. So yeah. So most of mine are nocturnal. So yeah, no one can teach me to dance, seriously. Yes, happy dance, I can do that. Right, I think the glue gun is still not actually getting that hot. I'm gonna put some glue in and kind of try and get it. Why isn't that coming on? So I'm just waiting for my hot glue gun to come on. It's being a bit slow. So yeah, of course I've already had a few requests for the other bit of the video, which of course will be Beer Atom and the jeweled tarantulas, which I haven't done an update on those. I should probably do a update on the SulleyGSXR at some point. But to be fair, nothing's really happened. I mean, they're all eating well, but they're not molting or nothing sort of too exciting sort of happening with them. Let me just, come on. Okay, it is starting to get hot. So while I'm waiting for hot glue gun to do, I can literally answer any questions. How to move it, but I have like boxes and things here. I don't really want to be moving too much stuff around on camera. And this, can you guys hear that floorboard? That's kind of quite annoying. I have to sort of stand with my feet like, with my legs like 2 feet apart. Malaysian jeweled Centipede is also doing well. Is it out? No, it's not. It's not out, but it is doing well, which is good. I was a bit worried about it in case it died, but that Centipede, the Scolopendra gigantea, and the Scolopendra polymorpha, I have 3 centipedes, all of which are doing well, I believe. Is that one out? No, it's not. No, neither centipede is out, which is a bit of a shame, but that could be because of the light, to be fair. I think, yes, even the Scolopendra gigantea is away, so yeah. Yeah, people can hear that. My favourite tarantula species? It's really difficult. It changes all the time, but probably not so much my favourite in my collection. But as a species, I love the Brazilian blacks, the Grammosola pulchra. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Securing, yes, all of the enclosures for my centipede are secure. This one here, as you can, if you can see that, is a up-down sliding glass, so the centipede cannot get out of there. The second enclosure here has a lid on the top with these 2 locks either side. So again, the Centipede will not be able to get out of there. And then the other one, which is in, if you can see this here, has got these locks, one either side, that sort of stops that, because centipedes will get out of pretty much anywhere, and you have to really make sure they are centipede proof. So yeah, my enclosures are, yes, Duckville is doing good. The corn is doing really well, thank you. Mac caught his 4th centipede. Is that, did you lose it, or do you live somewhere where they actually roam wild? Why isn't my glue gun coming on? My glue gun's being an absolute pain. This is probably where my glue gun's like not going to work. It's kind of getting warm, but it's not getting warm enough to. This isn't going to be a pain. I did this earlier and it worked. And now it's just going to be a bit of a... It's going to be an absolute pain now for some reason. Oh, I know what I've done. I think... Oops. I think... Yep. I pulled the plug out because it's on an extension cord and it went around to that one. What happens if I'm tugging on it? So I've pulled it to get as tight as I can. I've obviously pulled the plug out. Yeah, that's getting warm. Okay. Yes, the erratum, I will get her out in a bit. She's amazing. Josh, no, I'm good, thanks, Josh. I basically, I just pulled the plug out by accident, and I couldn't find it. But thank you anyway, Josh. If you'd like to come down here and assist me, you're more than welcome to do so. But if you're too busy, then that's fine. My tea sturming is good. It is in here, but I can't see it. As for the gender, I don't know, and until I know what the gender is, I will just label it as being gender fluid until I can confirm what it is, and then it doesn't have a choice. And the reason I say gender fluid is because apparently if you are someone that is gender fluid, it kind of annoys other people. So by me calling my spiders gender fluid, it kind of irritates them, and it's just done for a laugh. Oreo is good. Okay, you're from Southern California. Yeah, in the UK we do find wild centipedes, but they're like this big, and they don't pose sort of any threat really. The centipede enclosures. This one is from the Spider Shop, of which I've realised I put that lid on upside down, but never mind. Yeah, this one's from the Spider Shop. This one, the one with the locks either side, you cannot get that anymore. That was made by a gentleman whose business was called I think it was called Spider's Lair, and he made these. And the if I just sort of show you, these are boreal ones. He made those and sent me them to view. And to be fair, as far as acrylic enclosures go, they are some of the best that I've used. However, it wasn't enough for him to sort of sustain it, shall we say, and so he no longer does it, which is a shame. The one here for the Scarpendra Giganti, I bought from the IHS back in November when I bought the Centipede, and it's literally just like it's a really useful box. If you go onto Amazon and type in really useful box, I'm sure we'll be able to find one with the clips. It cost me about £6, I think. That's £6. I think that was 20. And I think the terrestrial ones, they're about 20 quid as well. But how amazing do they look when you've got, if I shift that out of the way. When I got all of my spiders in the 25 centimeter cubed, and then shelf for the terrestrials, and then obviously the box ones, they just look absolutely fantastic when they're all together and they're all lit up. So yeah, I prefer those. Minophila, sadly I don't have. She did die. The one in the video that has got like over 5 million hits, she died about 4 years ago, My other Nephila was fine until Petco from the dog den came out from Croatia and murdered her during our feeding video. And that was a joke. No disrespect to Petco, it was an accident. But yeah, she died obviously as well. So I'm gonna, is this getting hot? Ooh, yes. It's actually starting to spurt glue out, which is a bit of a pain. So yes, what I'm gonna do, I'm sort of miles away. So we're gonna have a look at trying to fix this enclosure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to tilt this and tilt this, so you can have a look at my floor there. I'm actually amazed at how bright it looks because my room's actually quite dark now. This is my table that I use for sort of just doing stuff. Of course, I have the best mug in the world, which I'm going to spill everywhere. So, here's the enclosure. Nice and simple. Cavern's critters, I just feel like that. I will be in touch with you. I only have like a couple left, but I'm more than happy to more than happy to sort of send you on. It's fine. Yeah. Isra, I think is how you pronounce it, said me and the dog den are the reason that they have so many things. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, Philip. Thank you for joining me to yeah, thank you. I don't mind, to be fair. So anyway, let me get this in a fairly, yeah, that'll do. So yeah, you can see where I have completely cleaned this and it's all dried off and it should be ready. This is excess glue from when I glued that piece of wood into it. The spider root, his name is. One can confirm that, please do so. It'd be awesome. Yeah, so I messaged him and I saw him actually when I picked up the Celadonia, the third Celadonia I got, because he is the one that put me in touch with the person that had it. And I explained it to him and he explained that he's using a stronger adhesive to to assemble it, shall we say. Another thing that he said, which makes complete sense, bearing in mind I had this, and then obviously I had the substrate in it and that massive piece of wood that filled it. He said all that weight, when you're lifting this, eventually, he said it will sort of pull on it a little bit. So he said, obviously, if you do get one of these, to not put so much weight into it, or if you do, when you are going to carry it around, to support it from the bottom. And that is, as far as I'm concerned, that is a very good response from him, because he could have just said, oh, well, it's not my problem that your enclosure broke and that, but he was very, quite, he doesn't want his enclosures to do that. He wants them to be good. So I'm going to place this here. I'm going to stand over this side, and what I'm going to do is, you are bloody joking me. It's not long enough. The wire's not long enough. I can do it this way. There we go. I'm literally just going to fill all the way around the bottom. I'm probably going to use about 6 glue sticks doing this. But what I'm going to do as well, once I've glued all the inside of this, I'm then going to go around the outside and glue the outside as well. And then, keep while this glue's hot. Go around the outside. Then I have some tape, and I'm actually going to put some tape around the bottom, underneath up to here, and put a strip of kind of industrial tape around just as an extra precaution. I'm sure it doesn't need it at all, but it would give me, peace of mind that it is going to be completely safe. And also because I'm going to have probably up to about here with substrate anyway, you won't you know, you won't even sort of recognize, yeah, you won't realize that it's yeah, that, you know, there's tape there anyway. So yeah, got plenty of glue in here. Again, I'm only doing this because I can just sort of show you how I'm sort of fixing it up, because I'm sure once I've got the enclosure and the spider all rehoused in it, at some point I'm going to have someone asking me how I did it. So I thought, well, if I do a video showing you how I'm doing it, then that should hopefully avoid any you know, any sort of future sort of complications, I guess. I'll probably just do the inside on this video, and then obviously do the outside sort of off camera, so that way I can get on with showing all of you wonderful people some of my animals, which, because I do have quite a few requests. So yeah, but not very, you can see this isn't sort of very difficult really. It's just a case of just pumping in loads of glue. This will be better if I had some music on, to be fair, because I'm one of these people that I work so much more efficient when I have music playing. But unfortunately, if I have music playing, then either A, many of you will leave because I'm not liking my music, or I get some kind of copyright strikes for obviously the music that I'm listening to not being royalty-free music. And then I get strikes on my channel, and then my channel gets closed down, and I've got to start all over again, because I have actually had that happen in the past, not with music, but with a copyrighted video of mine that someone said was theirs, even though I was actually in the video. If you've seen the video, oops. If you've seen the video, Best Handling of a Goliath Bird Eater, then you'll know which one I mean. But someone tried to argue and say that I stole that video from them and that it was them in the video, even though it's blatantly me, filmed on an iPhone 3GS by my little brother he's upstairs. So yeah, I don't really fancy having to start a new channel over again, because this channel is actually going quite well. I'm quite happy with how it's doing. I think I'm just coming up to about 15 million hits now, that's quite a nice number for a weird guy that talks about spiders, you know. Tries to shares his experiences of his animals and things. So that's pretty I think that's pretty cool, to be fair. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty much, so I'm only going to do all of this bit because of the so in the future video, when I'm doing the when I do the rehousing, I don't want anyone to say, oh, how did you do that? Because it's all here. It's all on my channel. You can see absolutely everything that I do with this enclosure. Apart from the washing, I didn't bother videoing myself sort of washing it, because I didn't think that would be very interesting. Although I'm sure it's not very interesting for you guys to listen to me talking whilst doing this, but I'm just trying to make it somewhat kind of entertaining rather than you just listening to the sound of a glue gun creaking. Could probably do with a better glue gun, to be fair. There we go. And that, see, it's already sort of holding it, but I'm not going to sort of mess with it. There we go, done. Wonderful. First things first. Oh crap. Always remember to unplug. Oops. Always remember to unplug your glue gun. So there you go. That is literally, I'm going to just raise this back up again, because otherwise you're going to be looking at my belly, and that's not very exciting for you guys. So yeah, you have a better look at that. Look at that. That is, you know, Petco would be proud of my enclosure building capabilities. He's actually said to me, why don't I build my own enclosures? This is why. So, but that is already holding on there. So I'm going to go around on the inside again. Once that's dried, put another layer in. I'm going to go around the outside lip down here, and I'm going to put like a thin layer of tape around as well, just to hold that in place, because I do not want the spider that's going in there to get out, because that would really not be very good. So 15 minutes left, because I do need to try and get some more videos edited. I'm not going to get off this and sit down and watch television and chill out like I literally have. I'm trying to get my Eastern invert video done. Lee from the spawn, basically how you get on with the week. Yeah, I've got like the time lapses done and things, but between that and having a break from YouTube, unscheduled break to be fair, and everything else, I haven't thought about it. So yeah. So I'm going to quickly scroll down. So Brandon G, trying to dark them best invert YouTube channels. The reason for my growing collection. I'm glad to hear that your collection is growing so well. You have to do some videos yourself. Let us know how you're getting. Oh, okay, Karen Scripters, yes, I will keep on for you, and I will take it to the Southern show. I will be there. I don't know in what capacity, because we're going down for a few nights and there might be a bit of alcohol, but I will be there to greet you, and I'll probably be in Spider-Man costume again or something. And yeah, I will make sure to give you that and some other stuff that I have for yourself. So that's awesome. Thank you. Yes, this enclosure was the mono Centipede Bar 4 enclosure. However, I wanted to rehouse them to give them more room to web up and things. They also started to molt out of their sling stage, and that just wasn't big enough for them for much longer. So I thought I'd change it earlier and put something else in there, which when that is finished, I think it will look lovely. I hope it does anyway. The Midnight Raven, you hate all spiders, but oh, Dan excuse. Thank you. I don't know who you are or whatever, but that's very kind of you. Thank you. Although you should definitely be admiring this collection. It's an amazing collection. People should be like, you know, oh, we're all beautiful. Apart from centipedes, they aren't cute at all. Josh, want me to take your glue gun to work and extend it? I don't know. Can you do that, Josh? Can you extend the glue gun? That one is not very good. To be fair, it does the job. Size does not matter. It doesn't matter how big your glue gun is. It does the same job. To be fair, like glue gun was like about £5 off of Amazon with like about 40 sticks of glue, so I wasn't expecting anything too sort of fancy. Lara Croft, you know what? Lara Croft was my first video game crush, like many other young boys. I can't think how old I was. I was born in 1990, so I don't know how old I was when I started playing Tomb Raider. I started on Tomb Raider 2, so I was probably like 8, something like that, 8, 9. And at that early age, I realised that she was an attractive, pixelated woman. She was awesome. I do like Tomb Raider. I just haven't played the games. Philip, which console do you play on? Are you PS4 or Xbox One? The enclosure, I won't tell you what's going in there. I will just show you when it's done. Clear silicone, I would rather not use that, to be fair. I mean, you can, I guess. You probably can, but I'd rather not. If I can use this gun, the hot glue to sort of melt it inside and out, that should hold it, I think. And then I'll have to be more careful with it. But I will be looking at getting some proper enclosure building stuff, because I would like to have a go building my own enclosure, even if it's just for humour purposes. Like a enclosure build parody. In fact, that's just given me an idea of that. So yeah, I need to write that down. Someone remind me, if anyone's watching this and they're having me on Facebook, message me saying parody, so I don't forget the idea, because that's a really good idea I've just had for a video. Oh yeah, fish aquarium black silicone. I guess I could use that. That's a good idea. Hello to Greg Rose. Clear silicone would probably be bad as it is a long-lasting, strong smell. See, my brother has as much interest in my animals as an arachnophobic. As in this, I guess, is the best comparison that I can make off the top of my head. But yes, the smell as well. That's another thing that I don't want to be long-lasting, because ideally I want to get something in there fairly quick, you know. So good thinking, Batman. You definitely got your brains from me, but better. The Kristen one. So, Mac, the Scorpion. Which Scorpion? I have 3 now. I have the glossy Scorpion, the giant desert hairy, and the giant Asian forest. TJ stopping his channel. No, I don't know where. So, right, I'm going to continue. I think, hello to Spidey Ray. I'm going to be doing some of the show and tell stuff now that you guys have been requesting. I'm just going to very just sort of scrolling through the chat to see what I missed out, and then I'll be getting the animals out to sort of show you guys requests and things like that. Have you seen the movie Eight-Legged Freaks? Asked by Bloodraven. Many years ago. I always preferred Evolution to Eight-Legged Freaks. Any film where there's spiders in it, I know is going to really trigger me, because it's just so, it's not even inaccurate in a good way. It's so inaccurate, and people think that that is what they're like, and I'm like, way. I've realised I'm tilting. I'm actually, you guys can't see it, but I'm actually tilting my tripod, but it's not really making much difference because it's a gimbal. I'm an idiot. Yeah, spider films. They don't do spider films properly, I don't think. The ants. I got the ants at the Eastern Invert show from Antkit, antkit.co.uk. How many spiders do I have? A lot. Like, from, you can't really see all of them, but yeah, there's this shelf. We've got arboreals, some adults, slings, and odd things like scorpions, centipedes. And then further down, if I put the camera down here, some mature spiders, an empty aquarium I need to get sorted out. I have the 2 ant colonies here. I have some more adults on here, fruit beetle, Zelda, bearded dragon at the bottom there. And then this is currently empty, and this tank at the back here is empty. Oh yeah, and if Karen's Critters is still here, I still of course have the fruit beetle that you gave me in resin, of course. That's here on the shelf, as well as other sort of fan stuff that I've received. Including something that I still haven't given a mention to from Bug Realms, if Bug Realms is still here. In this envelope is that thing that you gave me, that you gave to loads of other YouTubers. And I did a video on it and I haven't loaded it yet, so I will mention that in a future video. Yeah, then down here, I have sun tigers, the leech, another jumping spider, ladybird spider. That enclosure is, what's in that spot? What's in that enclosure now? I can't remember what's in there. That's going to really annoy me. Oh yeah, that's the new one. The Circa Palma boutique is in there. I have some slings across here. My Davis Pentaloris, Malaysian jeweled centipede. In this one, a Palma penicillin in there. T-Cydonia skeleton. Oh yeah, I also rehoused the you can't see where they are. The red fang wandering spiders that I received off / Predator or Prey Online. I've rehoused those individually as well, which are all doing well, but I can't actually see where they are. They're probably on the substrate. And I'm not going to open the lid to check on those because they are so small and I don't want them getting out and killing me. But yeah, across there. In this row across here, obviously this is multiple tiered. I have my favourites at the front. I have, what's in this one? B. Amelia, T. Sturmy, G. Pulchra, some slings, giant vinegaroon, and then I have a Carlenbergi, Albiceps, and Gramosol Eheringi. At the back of that one, I have more slings, beetles, cockroach colonies, spare enclosure here, leopard gecko at the bottom, beetle larva in these. I need to get some more leaves and rotting stuff for these. Has anyone seen what a baby beetle looks like? Oh, I've just scrolled to the bottom and Luce's little critters here. I just saw my eyebrows. What's that? Okay, I missed that. Hello to yeah, Lucy's little critters is here. I just saw you. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. So yeah, if anyone here ever seen what a baby? Come here. Has anyone here ever seen what a baby beetle looks like? Because you know how beetles are like really adorable and stuff. Look at my baby beetle. That's a face only a mother could love. I'm gonna call it Josh. Don't bite me. Yeah. It's a pretty big beetle. I mean, Bear Grylls will struggle with this guy. But yeah. So yeah, baby beetles. Okay, baby beetles, they're beetle larva. And then of course in this one here I have the Linenthal. So I've got lots of slings and things, not including obviously all the multiples and things, but I have a lot of animals in different places in this room. But I love most each and every one of them the same. Some I love more, some I don't. I.e. The giant centipede is one that, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's one of those things like, you know, like if you have food and something like you can drop a piece of food and you go, and you pick it up 5 seconds more, you're still going to eat it because you want to enjoy that food. And other times you drop food and you go, it doesn't matter, I'll let the dog have that. There you go. That's what that is. That's my best thing. Oh yeah, Oreo's down the bottom. I'm not going to get Oreo out because as a box, I got the woodlouse colony, cockroach colony. I got another box here, which is my poly box, which is massive, which is basically where I keep all of my feeders while I'm waiting for my cockroach colonies to grow. And all of these are on top of Oreo's enclosure, and I don't want to move all of this out to get the crab out for 2 seconds while I hold it up to the camera and it tries to pinch me and everyone laughs and it's all funny and I lose a finger. It's just not worth it. So yeah, Oreo won't be coming out. Oh yeah, I also have the crab up there as well, of course. I forgot about the crab. So yeah, there you go. So, with that said, I've kind of gone over things. The first thing that people wanted to see, if I can stay in focus, is the Brachypalma auratum, which is the Flamey, I believe it is. So I'm going to show you that one first because that one's been requested, and then after that one we'll go into the Celadonia, and then we'll just go through things apart from Oreo the crab or the leopard geckos because they were tucked away. I would get Ramsey out, but she's looking at me with this look she does where, and then she looks at me and I think, oh, she's in a good mood, and then she does this like little thing with her eyes where I think, I know for a fact if I put my fingers anywhere near her she's going to try and bite me. So I don't know. Mood? Did it come out? No. No, she has her mouth open with the tongue out. I think she's probably hungry, but I don't know. I could do a Ramsey feeding video in a minute if you guys would like to see that. So yeah, very quickly, Mac, I want to get the auratum. Polymorphic needs to get to 7 or 8 inches. I don't know how big they grow. I know they do get quite big, but I don't know exactly how big. I hope they don't get as big as this monster in here. So give me 2 seconds, everyone. I'm going to. Oh god, I forgot. Yeah, M-Bal forward communal. I have an M-Bal forward communal and a Proclotherius striata lowland communal over there as well. So that's the thing. I'm just sort of breezing over things. I forget about other stuff as well. Oh yeah, and also huntsman spiders. I have a communal of huntsman spiders as well, which are the Malaysian huntsman spiders, which were kindly sent, or given to me rather, by Peter Webster. So a huge thank you to Peter Webster. See, I'm getting confused now. So I'm trying to think about what it is that I've got. It's very, very hard to remember everything. Philip Simpson is watching Porn Stars, the next ITV4 still watching. Well, Philip, I'm glad. Okay, I am glad, and thank you for staying with me, even though you go on me about Zelda and Just Dance and things like that. You know, I appreciate you still being here like an hour later. I said this was going to be an hour video, and I'm only just about to start doing the show and tell stuff, but still, let's get the erratum out because people want to see the erratum. Give me 2 seconds, everyone, while I just kind of move some of these pots. How is this doing? I'm just going to be curious. Are you okay? Oh, it's out. Just going to quickly show you this. I know this isn't my erratum, but I still love it. Oops. This is my my flat millipede. These are like so so kind of like God, why do they always poop on me every time I handle this? Every time I get this out, I think with these it's a bit of a defecation is a defense mechanism with these. But yeah, flat millipede, which is kind of awesome. I think it's pretty awesome anyway. I did have 2 of these, but one died for some reason. This one is still going pretty awesome. Although it's just gonna not do what I really want it to do, but yeah. I'm not swearing at anyone, I apologise, but yeah, these are adorable. I do like the flat millipedes. Right, in you go. Back in you go. I'm going to leave you down for a second while I get... I love this spot. This is actually my #1 favourite species of Brachypelma. Of course, I do also love the Brachypelma amelia, which I do have in here. I love her as well. But the erratum is just... they're just amazing. So, let me just sort of check. So yeah, here she is. Brachypelma erratum, and she's amazing. She's not mad. They are very, very pretty. So yeah. Don't like it when she goes on the underside of my hand like that, but yeah. So yeah. She's amazing. I'm not going to keep her off for too long because I don't want to stress her out. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Amazing sort of species of tarantula. I had one about 5 or 6 years ago, a female that died in a molt, and I was completely devastated because I've been after one for ages, and I got one and it was a female and it died, and I think I had it for like a year or year and a half. It's still like a kind of a juvenile about this big, and I was just like, oh, rubbish. And I've been asking various people, if you have a bee erratum, can you please let me know, because this is one of the, like, I know I have things like there's 2 species that I'm currently, pardon me, there's 2 species that I'm trying to get at the moment. The first one is the Pamphobetus species Salaris, and the second one is the Aponopelma morae. which I have found sellers of both. I just have to wait a little while for those. But the Bia Media is, before I got her recently, was on that list. Not about rarity or how expensive these spiders are. Like, this is a spider that I absolutely love, and I would love to have one in my collection. And I think I was looking on the spider shop, and it said, "Oh, Bia Atom female." I called up, and Sam answered. Sam's lovely, nice. And I just said to Sam, "Do you still have the Bia Atom?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Like, I'll have it. Just put it to one side, don't sell it." So I got it. And yeah, and you can see she's a really good sized Bia Atom as well. I mean, she's sort of, I don't know, like this big. Probably sort of like, about 5 inch, 4.5, 5 inch leg span. So she's a pretty big girl, to be fair, and she's wonderful. Yeah, they do take a long time to grow invertebrate. The Amelia that I have, who's in there, I'm not going to get her out because she kicks hairs like you would not believe. I mean, I've had her for like 6 years, and she's still only sort of like this big, the same as the Eratum, not the Eratum, the Albiceps. And I also have a Carlenbergie as well, and they're still like this big after 5 years. So I mean, she's got to be probably 10 years old. This one here, so very, very slow growing. But it's the same as with the Brazilian blacks. If you are willing to be patient, and you can buy them for like a £5 or 10 quid or whatever, if you can buy one and just sit on it for just a year or a couple of years, like the result at the end of all that patience is absolutely worth it. I would rather buy spiders as slings and grow them myself than just buy them as adults, because you've not put the hard work in. You can't say, "Look, I've raised this myself." It's like, "Oh yeah, I've got this." Yes, I know I can say that with her because I bought her as an adult, but given the chance, I would be willing to wait for them. So hello to Wendy. I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself? The white diver types, the situation for that is a bit thingy because I sold a lot of them. There's people coming at me from everywhere for them. I sold some to the spot out in like 2 days. So if you've recently bought a white diverse piece from the spider shop, it was possibly one of mine. I do have a few left. There's a couple that are going to Zoe, one for Karen Scritters. I got one for, I think your name's Greg. I was talking to you at the Eastern show, and I said I'd send you one, and you addressed on a piece of paper. You'll know who you are if you watch this. So, Pocket Ninja, by the way, I love your logo. It's the Legacy of Kane clan symbol. Awesome. But yeah, so I think they may have possibly all sold, with the exception of two that I wanted to keep for myself. I could sell those, but I'd like to keep a race. So once I'll put a post and say, "Look, I might have like a couple left, maybe," but they've all gone. Like, I didn't even have to sort of post about it. I just got bombarded by people like, "Can we have them? Can we have them?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." So I apologize. Awesome. So yeah, someone said about Ladybird. Ladybird ones are awesome. Greg. I think it was you, Greg Rose. Oh, there's a few people. Do I have a T-Rex? No, I have a bearded dragon, which is close. Yeah, I have a bearded dragon that's sort of as close to one of those as you can get, really. I'm going to put the lid back on my Ratum and put her down here because it's give her a bit of warmth. So yeah, the other things that people wanted to see, it is starting to go a little bit dark, so I do apologize on how that is. The next one I'm going to show you requested is, of course, the Typhoid China Caledonia, the Brazilian jewel tarantula. So I'm going to just check on all 3 of them to see how they're getting on. Now, number 3, as you can see, if it will focus, there we go. Number 3 has not been out that much, to be fair, but it has done. Again, if you have me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at TarantulaDan. I put a post up of this one, and just, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll show you, because if you can see, how should I do this? Let me get that to focus. You probably can't see that at all. Yeah. Like a little. It would help, I guess, if I was holding it the right way for the camera. But it's really difficult because of how small and. There we go. Try sound camera while I do this. It's so difficult to hold this whilst. There we go. So yeah, this is the smallest one I have. It's actually done a trapdoor, and you can see it's quite a nice sized abdomen on that one, which is really good. I got this one at the Eastern show from, I can't remember what your name is. I'm really sorry, it's gone from me. But yeah, doing really well. It's eating fantastically as well. I'll look at the comments in a second. Second one, which is Maya, is... Where's Maya gone? She was out a minute ago, I just saw her. Or was she hiding? Okay. I'm looking in this enclosure to try and see her, but unfortunately I can't. I don't know where she's gone. I think she's gone into her sort of little... Oh, I can see her. Oops. Let me just try and get to focus on her. Yeah, it's not going. And my laptop screen is really, really bright. I also have a message from Nick, which I'll look at in just a second. There we go. You can kind of see her there. It's very hard for you to sort of see her because of the reflection on the glass. There we go. So this is T. Sardonia 2. Maya. And yeah, she's doing awesome. Really, 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 really nice spiders. She's getting... This one seems to be growing, not growing, but eating really well and keeping a good size, which is fantastic. And in the larger one, of course, I have this one. This one is Meg. I can see where she is. She's up. You probably won't be able to see her. At the very top of the enclosure, hanging upside down. You can probably just see her, maybe. Yeah, she's up there. I'm not sure why she's up there, but that is where she wants to be. And that's fine. She is out and about. She is healthy. She's eating really, 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 really well. What do I want to do? Let me see what Nick said. Any chance you could help me out by giving the post a blast around Facebook as well? Okay, let me, while you're listening to this, I've had a message from a wonderful man called Nick. Nick is from Bugfest, 10th anniversary Halloween Insect and Spider Show, Saturday the 27th of October 2018, 10 till 3 p.m. at the Westlands Entertainment Venue, which is Westbourne Close, Yeovil, BA20 2DD. If you'd like to see those details kind of in your own time, shall we say, I will post those on my Instagram, my personal Facebook page, and TarantulaDan page as well. So, and I'll also, in fact, from now till the show, which is at the end of this month, I'll be placing the information for that in the description of all my videos. So if you are from down south, sort of around, I'm going to say Bristol way, but I think it might be further. I think it's further. I think it's down by London even. If you are interested in coming to a really good show, though, I'd recommend doing that one. Nick's fantastic. I will be doing a video of him at the Wild and Deadly show, and yeah, really good show. I will definitely, Nick, if you're watching this, I will definitely be promoting that for you. It's awesome. So yeah, Nick is awesome. A lot of, I can see sort of people that are going to the show and have said that he is doing, that he's he's a nice guy, and he really is. So Nick, sorry for not reading that sooner, but I've only just sort of got it because of doing this live stream. But also, yeah, I will do that for you. Absolutely, be a pleasure. And I can't wait to go there and do, I don't actually know what you want me to do there, if I'm filming or what, but I can't wait. So Anthony asks, hey Dan, watching from Australia, do you own any Australian teas? No, I don't. I did have some Huntsman. Oh, yeah, I think I have a Huntsman from Australia, but that's about it. I don't have anything too exciting. Certainly not any sort of funnel webs or anything cool that you guys get out there. Do I have a white spider? Megan will sub if you dab. I don't do dabs. No, joking. No, I don't actually have any white spiders, going back to the topic that I was talking about, in all seriousness. Yeah, I don't actually have any what I call white spiders. I did have the Heteroscoda maculata, the Togo starburst tarantula. However, I had 3 slings and they all really crap. Although I'd rather 3 Togos die, which are really cheap, like £3, than have something like this die, you know. So something's roundabout, you know. So yeah, H-Max, probably the most white tarantula that you can get in terms of actual coloration. However, you can get like the giant white knees, which are the Scourge and Carter, which have got very little white, but they have white in the name, so that kind of counts, I guess. So, with all of that said and terrible dabbing, if that is, I think that's how you dab, isn't it? I don't know. I don't do this sort of dancing stuff. I don't know. Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys would like to see? Philip Simpson asked about the Centipede, and in all honesty, I will not be getting a Centipede out. If this one were actually kind of out, then I will show you, but I can't see it. That sound. So, is it out? Very really careful because I don't want to drop this. No, Malaysian jewel centipede. That's the Malaysian jewel centipede, but that's not actually out at the moment. So yeah, I won't be getting that one out. Scolopendra polymorpha isn't out. The Scolopendra gigantea, none of the centipedes are out, unfortunately, so I can't show you that, apologize. However, if they do come out during this or a future live stream, I will get them out and sort of show you. So yeah. So yeah, someone asked about the ladybird spider, and this one, oops, it's been acting quite strange recently, because it's normally always in the burrow. It's been out an awful lot, which I'm a little. I don't know whether she's gonna die or something like that. I can't really see because there isn't that much light in my room. I can't see her, so I presume she's in a burrow. But yeah, this is a ladybird spider. I have done videos on this in the past, and of course I have pictures on my Instagram and things as well. So I can't get this spider out because her burrows, the entrance, if you can just see that little black hole there, and it sort of goes down and then all the way down into like this area back here. I won't be able to get at her. I know someone else asked me about a blue spider. Now, when it comes to blue spiders, of course, there's Pocotherium metallica. I also have the blue dwarf, which is the Cuban blue, but I don't think that one is out at the moment either. No. This is the enclosure for it. I need to rehouse this actually, but I'm waiting. But you can see it's just that completely filled at the top, and it's just got a little hole that it lives in. But that one, it is in there because I can hear it sort of, the little, the tapping as it's running around the inside. But this one, I want to rehouse this. However, the problem I have at the moment with rehousing, one, I've been waiting for that enclosure, but I want to get more of these enclosures. I don't believe they're going to have any of these at the spider shop for another couple of weeks, so I need to wait for a couple of weeks and put an order in to get some terrestrials, some large cube, and some of the 15cm cubed enclosures to rehouse some of my spiders in. Excuse me, because I'm going to start off with all of the kind of more expensive and rare spiders will go into those enclosures first, and I want to work through my collection and rehouse all of those particular ones. So yeah. You're petrified of ladybirds. That's strange. I like them. Did I recently get a Cercopoma species bouquet? Yes, I do, and I did rehouse it. I have to just move all of these little pots out of the way so I can get in. So yeah, here it is. Double Cercopoma. I have done a video on this, so I'm kind of spoiling it for you. And it has eaten. Did I feed it? Yes, I did. I showed it in the scorpion video. So yeah, there it is. Boiled abdomen. It's been doing a bit of digging. It looks pretty well, to be fair. Very active spider, so I shan't be stressing this one up too much. But yeah, Cercopoma, there it is. See, it's doing well. Obviously I have done a video on the update video on the additions from the IHS that I got. So I got the 2 scorpions, that, and the leaf insects for the rehousing. However, I've done that in a kind of an actual video purely for the purpose of rehousing them. So you can have a look at all the scorpions and that bit better. Although you've already seen it, but still. Hello to Mac, who's back. Thank you for joining me again. Hello to Stefan Higgs. I hope you're doing well. Can I see it is something I'm thinking of? Thanks. Is that okay? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're lovely. I mean, if I say they're lovely, I don't know that much about them, but that one is fairly skittish. But they are, of course, bird eaters. They'll get quite big. It's got kind of they almost remind me of spiders like the Therophorus apophysis. They kind of remind me of that a little bit, but as it gets to an adult, I doubt it's going to look anything like them. So, what are some of my favourite true spiders? Okay, true spiders. I currently have one of my favourites, which of course is the giant banded huntsman, which I do have, and I love it. In fact, Let me have a look. I'm not going to get it out. I'm just going to check on it because I haven't checked on it today. But yeah, you can just see it in there at the back. I really do like that spider. In fact, I like that spider so much that I made it my logo for my channel. Of course, when you see the spider with the TarantulaDan, it is actually my larger female that I had of that one that grew to about this big. She was massive, and everyone loved her, and I just decided to use her as my logo. I could have used the Orb Weaver, which had more hits on the video, but I found that the Orb Weaver had more hits, but when I had the Orb Weaver, no one actually requested many videos of her. I might have had a few people. Whereas with the Huntsman, I'd do a video on feeding her, or I did a handling video. So people were like, oh, more Huntsman, more. That's why she logo and the Orb Weaver or any other of my spiders are, may have more hits views wise, but requested nowhere near the amount. Of course, I do also have the. I know it's not a true Brazilian wandering spider, but having a Brazilian wandering spider is something that I did want to do at some point. I can't get one of those because I do not have a DWA license, which I know there are people in the hobby that do keep DWA inverts or even reptiles without a license, but I don't want to get into that because it's irresponsible to do. I think I know I could go online and I could purchase a Black Widow or some kind Brazilian wandering spider, for example. But if I'm caught, I know it's up to £10,000 fine per specimen that I have, and I'm not willing to gamble my collection, whatever reputation that I have on YouTube, and also the reputation of keeping inverts as a whole for the sake of owning something that I shouldn't, So there's lots of spiders I would like, but I don't have for that reason. But when I received these, which are the red fang wandering spiders, which are P. hematostoma, Pilotenus hematostoma. When I received these from, as I said, Sidex and Predator Brown Lion, I was very happy with these, and I do not need a license to keep these, which is good, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to keep them. So, speaking of Sidex, is actually here. Let me just scroll down. Do you have worms? I did have worms. I had worms for quite a while, but they I left them sort of near the, not in the sunlight, but they got a bit warm and they all frazzled up, which was a shame. I don't know why they did, because it wasn't that warm, but yeah, they died, unfortunately. Yeah, so Damien has 2 Black Widow species, which are Latrodectus. I would love to keep a Black Widow. If someone said to me, oh, here's a Black Widow and you can keep it legally, I would have them. I really would. And people that I know that have them and can do so legally in Europe and things, I envy you. I wish I could have one, but at the moment I can't. In the future, I will be seeking out a DWA license. I will document the process of getting one, and obviously everything to do with it for people that are unsure. But that just won't be just yet for me to get that kind of license. Mac, good question. He said, I didn't know there was that big of a consequence to be caught without a license. Do you know if that applies to catching your own animals? I think if I were to catch them myself, I don't know, because I'm still keeping it. A while ago, probably a year, or some grapes from Tesco which had a spider in it. I was hoping it was a Black Widow, but it was a yellow sac spider, which is not half as kind of cool, to be fair. But if that was a Black Widow and I kept it, I still have an animal that can cause. It's still an animal that is listed as being illegal unless you have this license. Whether I find it or I buy it or it's given to me, I still have it when I shouldn't, basically. So it's, it's a bit of a pain. But yeah, it is up to £10,000 per specimen, I believe. So if you're someone and you've got 5 blacks, if I had 5 black widows and someone reported me to the council or the local authorities or whatever, and they come here and seize these animals, and I get hit with a £50,000 fine, you know, I could sell my collection and I would still be in debt to that fine. You know, it's just not worth it. And also, more so, if that spider were to escape, and I try and be very responsible. I try to make sure everything is secure. Anything, you know, centipedes are the enclosures are locked and escape proof and things. But if I had an animal like that I shouldn't have, and it happened to escape accidentally, because let's face it, nothing will escape from your enclosure on purpose. You don't go, oh, I'm gonna purposely leave my centipede enclosure open. It'll be fine. You know, you make sure that they're secure. And if it were to accidentally get out and it accidentally bites someone and they trace it back to you and you've caused someone that kind of pain, you really are in trouble, especially as you then don't even have any insurance. You have to have public liability insurance to own animals, I believe. So you've got no insurance, no license, you're in trouble. You know, it's quite serious, which a lot of people, I know people that keep animals when they shouldn't, and I don't say anything because that's their choice at the end of the day. You know, I'm happy that they've got them. I wish them all the best with them, but I personally just would not risk that at all. So Mark asks, how's the leech? The leech is going well, still not feeding. Obviously, it just doesn't like my blood. I'll have to sort of try and make myself bleed, and that'll be attached to me and probably pass out like the last one. If you saw the leech live feeding on YouTube, then you'll know what I mean. Well, I nearly passed out, so I had to go and have a lie down. To be fair, looking back, I probably should have kept recording and carried the camera on with me and documented me feeling terrible, but I didn't do that. Does a brown widow need a license? I'm not sure, to be fair. We do get widows. We get like false widows and things here in the UK, which we don't need a license for, because unless you believe what the papers tell you, you know, tabloids, they are not dangerous at all. I have them in my garden. I feed them. I will go out and sort of feed them sort of fruit flies and small crickets and things. They are harmless. However, in the UK especially, anything where they can mention a spider, it's always, you know, you always get some couple who a spider in their house, and then they will go and contact their friend from down the road who literally knows nothing about spiders and says, what's this spider? And they say, oh, it's a black widow. It's blatantly like a house spider or gauze and all. And so suddenly it's like the papers are involved and they have to leave the house and it gets fumigated. And if you think I'm over-exaggerating, I'm being absolutely honest. This is the kind of stories that the tabloids in the UK print. Which in one sense, to people like me that keep spiders, it's laughable because it's so wrong and it's like hilariously inaccurate. However, lots of people believe that. You know, if you write down on a piece of paper that the sky is green, they go, oh, well, I've been in, you know, they're not willing to research. And there's no excuse nowadays, because there are things like, you know, the British Tarantula Society, there are YouTubers, there are so many groups on Facebook for either people that are into spiders or pages for spiders where I've seen people post, what is this spider? Is it dangerous? And they say, oh no, it's just a, you know, it's just a, I don't know, that's not even a spider. You know, that's a beetle or whatever. No reason to panic, and they go, oh, okay, just wanted to check, and that's it. No need to sort of blow it up out of proportion and get, get NATO involved and all that kind of thing, which is what happens. So yeah, kind of going off a little bit then. Sorry. Yo-yo to Rich C89. Is this Rich C89 who used to be the word that I wouldn't say live? How's the new species that you have, the one Lee discovered? So the species that you're referring to that I have, of course, is the Planopalma Penicillo. Yeah, Penicillo. I always get tongue twisted with that for some reason. She is wonderful. Now, I don't think it's entirely true that Lee discovered it as such. I'm not exactly sure the situation with this particular species, but it is a species of a Parnapelma. I believe it's one of the rarest species. I do not know of anyone that actually has one in the hobby either. I may be wrong. I've asked a few people and they've all said that they don't have one. I think at the very least it may be the only one that is in the UK in the hobby, maybe. I don't know, but it's one that Lee, I think he found it when he was traveling and maybe brought it back. I'm not sure. I need to find out the full story on this species and I'll do a video showing off this amazingly beautiful looking spider, but also to be factual with it. Excuse me. Hello to Britain's Arachnids. Hope you're doing well. Sweet Escape, what Elathus do I have? I have Elathus, which is actually just here. Try to move all these spiders over. Here she is. I say she, it's gender fluid. I don't know the gender. Elathus species red, and it's actually looks actually out. This spider's massive, absolutely huge spider. I say that as it kind of runs down into the burrow. You saw that? No, it's gone into the burrow. I think it's really pain because it's gone. On the screen, it probably looks like it's quite light in here, but it's actually not that light at all. One good thing. Back. Sorry, I don't know what happened to the dice single. Yeah, but it's actually getting quite dark in my room, so with this light and how good the camera is, it looks like it's quite light, and opposite it isn't. But yeah, Elathus species red. Right. Yes, T-Celadonias are there. I'll tell you what, in fact, I'll just get this. I'm going to try not to disconnect it like I did the other time when I did this. Oops. So, there we go. That's my largest one. Can't really get a fantastic look at her because she's sort of tucked away up there. Sorry for the shaky hand as well. But yeah, she's doing really, really, really well. Don't know why, but that's where she always hides. She loves it in there, and obviously this one, of course, is still under its under the trapdoor thing there. There's the Pencillo. Davis Pentalorus. Let's have a look. You can see how it does look pretty cool with the lights, how light it looks. There's the Poglot area lowland communal. Of course, I've just knocked it, so they're all gonna go and hide. But yeah, that's those. It's the crab. Still nothing from the ants. Zillow. Hey Ramsey, how you doing? Always makes me jump all the time. Right now, this is a tricky thing. I've got to try and put this back into there. Actually did it without sort of disconnecting, which is a new feat for me. But yeah, T-Celadonias are awesome. I do am able to breed them in the future at some point, of course. Probably be a couple of years. No, they're not for sale. Hello to B-Side. Take care to Mac. I'm actually going to be heading off myself in a minute because I said I was going to limit this to an hour was my plan, which went over, and I've now been doing 40 minutes of sort of showing you a few things, and you know how it is, just genuinely chatting. I do tend to get kind of sidetracked a little bit when I'm telling stories and chatting about things. But yeah, as I said, I did this video because of the whole thing with the ants video not being ready. So I could have got another video up, but I just thought, you know what, I can't be bothered, and I quite enjoy doing live streams and sort of chatting to you guys and things. Well, guys and gals, my princes and princesses, whatever you want to call. I don't know. I should probably have like, I don't know what the word is. Some YouTubers have like terms for their audience. You're just awesome. But yeah, I am going to be heading off. Very quickly, a gentleman, I'd say gentleman, I don't know, but you got the name Atlas. If you're interested in anything to do with Mantis, contact the Nerd on YouTube, John Young. Lovely guy, and he will be able to tell you anything you need to know about mantises, because, or mantis, I always get confused, but he is the guy to go to. So, what do you mean seeking warmth? I don't know whether that'll make that. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to have a look. How long is the drive to Brighton for you? Yeah, for me to get down to Brighton, it's probably going to be about 3.5 hours, maybe 4. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm probably going to be leaving on Thursday. And then I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night down there, and I have 4 nights down there, so I can sort of chill out and meet people and chat and drink tea and stuff, and of course do the show on Sunday, which will be really good. And then rather than driving home after the show, which is going to be exhausting, stay over the night in Brighton and then drive home on the Monday. So yeah, it's going to be a long drive, but it should be really, really good. Okay, Atlas. The name is the Nerd. Just type in Nerd Room on YouTube. His name is Nerd Room, or John Young. Really, really nice fellow. If you speak to him, tell him that Dan sent you. He knows who I am, of course. Lovely, lovely guy, good friend, and he is mantis crazy. I really mean that. He is like, well, I always describe him as kind of batshit crazy in the nicest possible way, because he's lovely. But yeah, Nerd Room, he will sort you out. That's what he does, is mantis. Mantis, mantis, mantids. I'm not sure which one of those it is. I always get a little bit thingy with them. So hotel, not yet. I need to get that sorted. So yeah, I am going. 2 things. Firstly, if you're going to watch him, make sure you watch the one with my face in the thumbnail, because that video is amazing. It's the... Which one was it? I can't even think. It was like a Q&A video he did, but you need to find it and watch it, where there's a video where I'm sat in his front passenger seat in his car. You need to watch that video because it's amazing. But yeah, anyway guys, I'm going to be heading off now because I've gone over this by 45 minutes, give or take. I need to go and have some food and continue with my video editing and all kind of stuff. So as always, a huge thank you for joining me on this live stream. I appreciate all the feedback and the comments and things like that. Don't forget to like the video before you leave. That does really help me. Subscribe if you aren't already. Check out the links in the description to Invert Shows UK. Check out Bugfest if you're on Facebook as well. If you're interested in supporting me, I do have a Patreon or a PO box if you want to send me anything. Also, Philip, I will be checking out my PO box probably tomorrow because I have the morning off work. So I'll be swinging into my PO box to get these sweets that you've sent me. And yeah, just a huge thank you for joining me on this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be doing some more videos very soon. Next video will be Thursday, which will be finished and will be up by then. And then there'll be a quick one on Saturday because I'm at the show and, you know, usual kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all soon in the next video. Goodbye for me. Take care.